And that's how I get my best results. Complete focus and no distractions. Lads, so monk mode is a great tool in your arsenal. And what is monk mode? It's basically just cut out loads of distractions and focus on what you need to focus on in life. Could be in certain areas. It could be your fitness, your career, relationships maybe. But a lot of people cut out stuff like alcohol because clouds your mind. You wake up the next day, you feel like crap. They cut out women because when you focus all your time on chasing women and focusing women. And you know, a lot of people, when they find out about this monk mode, you know, it's exciting, a new thing. You set new goals for yourself to look forward to. But guys, we need to make it sustainable. We don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot before we even start the race. Otherwise, we'll be walking this, you know, so-called race one leg. We're not even going to be able to fast walk, jog, sprint, you know, to produce the best results possible. So what does that mean? It means we don't set ourselves super unrealistic goals and expectations for ourselves. Yes, we can set our standards high, but we don't need to, you know, we don't need to go universal with this thing. Let's keep it simple. Me, I like to stick to 4 basic things. And the first one is cut out alcohol and cut out drugs, okay? I don't care what anyone says. When you drink alcohol, yeah, you feel amazed in the moment. You may be at a bar, club, whatever, enjoying a social set with your friends. When you're in a nightclub, you know, you're meeting new people, it's fun, great. But what happens the next morning? You probably wake up late, you feel like crap, you got a thumping headache, hangover, your mind is everywhere, groggy, fuzzy, it's not clear. You've just set yourself back. You've written off that day, you don't do anything that day now. You don't do the things you know you need to do to progress yourself further to where you want to be. Now, alcohol is a depressant as well, and I know from my experience, when I've drank and I wake up the next morning, I don't feel good. It's not just physically, I mentally don't feel good. I don't feel myself. I'm slower, I'm not sharp. I'm not as motivated. Usually I have that voice in my head, you know, let's go out and get after it. That voice starts to disappear. And then that other one rises, you know, that, oh, you should just stay in bed, watch this, eat loads of crap today, you don't feel good, da da da. Guys, alcohol is a massive one to cut out, and your progress, you know, your results will skyrocket as a result. The next one's working out, okay? And it's not just good, you know, for your physical health, but mentally as well. When you work out, you feel good, the endorphins are rising. When you overcome challenge in the gym, for example, you lift more than you did last time, you feel good, you feel accomplished. You've conquered this goal, you've conquered this challenge, and you're gonna set yourself a higher one for, you know, a harder weight or more reps, you know, next time. Your self-belief goes up. Having a good workout routine and sticking to it, being consistent and disciplined, carries over in other areas of life. The discipline you build up, the consistency you build up. You start becoming stronger mentally and physically, and this will only benefit your life in every area. Discipline is an amazing trait to have. Consistency, hard work, you know, work ethic, all these things will drive you forward in life. Guys, I found when I had a consistent workout routine, I not only felt better about myself, you know, my self-belief went up, I felt more confident, and I carried myself a bit differently then, you know, the way I walked and spoke to people, believed in myself more. Now, the third thing I do is meditate/visualize. Okay, I kind of put this into one. I do this, like, you know, meditation for 5 to 10 minutes, just focusing on your breath. I think can really keep you present, you know, and your mind's not racing into the future or the past, just kind of calm. I think it makes you a calmer person in general as well. And for the visualization part, so I either meditate or do the visualization. I usually lie there and I just start to think of what I want my life to look like in the future, and it's like I've already got it, if that makes sense. So I project myself into the future, all the things I want in the future, or experiences I want to experience, or the relationships I have around me, just like a good fulfilling life. So I kind of visualize that as well, kind of like bringing it into the present moment. Like, it's already done in my mind, I'm just waiting for the outside world to catch up with me. I think that really helps, you know, to keep you clear, focused, laser focused on where you want to be. Makes the tougher times in life a lot easier when you can, you know, when you can see what you want, you know, to know what you want your life to look like. The fourth thing is going to be eat healthy, okay? Now, this is a massive one. If all you've done all your life is just eat junk food and eat crap all day, you probably don't know what it's like to have like a healthy diet. You don't know how that impacts you. It is such a game changer. You get your food dialed in Trust me, you're gonna feel more mentally clear. You're gonna feel better about yourself, okay? For example, let's just say there's a day you eat loads of pancakes, stuff like that. It's amazing in the moment, don't get me wrong. I love pancakes, chuck some blueberries on there, peanut butter, banana, honey, whatever, syrup. It's amazing while you eat them. But after you've finished, not so good. You kind of feel like crap. Your brain's all foggy. You just want to lie down and go to sleep. Let's take something else, for example. Let's say you have like a decent meal. Let's say you just got like salmon, rice, some avocado, things like that. Yes, it's not as enticing as the pancakes, but when you eat that, see how you feel after it. And then you eat like that for a while, see how you feel. Lads, in my experience, you feel more energized and raring to go, okay? To conquer what you need to conquer, your goals, challenges, to get after the life you want, to do the things you want to do. If you're just constantly eating like crap, I think you're just handicapping yourself. Because if you turned up to this video, you probably want to, self-improve, get better in certain areas of life. If you don't take, your food seriously, I think you're just going to be, like I said earlier, shooting yourself in the foot in another way. You're going to be less energized, less motivated. It really does affect your mind. So if you look at these 4 things, no alcohol or drugs, you work out, you eat healthy, you visualize and meditate of where you want to be. That kind of 4 stack is a lethal combo, okay? You can become a totally different person. You can become a totally different person, okay? Your mindset is completely different. You feel more energized, you have more confidence and self-belief. You know where you want to be. That is a fast track to getting the results you want to get out of life. Because can you imagine the opposite to that? You don't work out, you don't eat healthy, you don't visualize where you want to be, you don't know where you want to be, you're partying, alcohol, all that. That is handicapping yourself. I've made my best results in the gym or career, things like that, from doing this sort of like monk mode approach. Because you're laser focused, you don't have the outside distractions, you don't have the women distracting you. You're not constantly chasing them or this, that, and the other. You're not distracting yourself on games. You're not drinking loads of alcohol, feeling like crap the next 2-3 days after you've drank it. You're focused, laser focused, determined, disciplined, self-confident. You can make leaps and bounds by just doing this for a few weeks. We spoke of earlier, those 4 things I like to do. You can also add your own things to that as well. Like another one for you could be cold showers. Another one for you could be responding to a certain amount of emails for your job, or another one could be looking for new jobs, applying for 2 more jobs than you usually do a day or a week, things like that. It could be spending time with your family, checking in on them more often. You can add on top of this basic list I've already given you, or you can stick to this list. This is the list that's worked for me, and I think it can work for you too. Now let's talk about how long you want to do this for. I usually like to do this for like 4 to 6 weeks on, and then taking 1 week off, and then working it like that, and then only for a period of 3 to 6 months, depending on how long you want to do monk mode. I think if you do any longer than that, or you don't give yourself a little bit of time off, like say you do 4 weeks on and 1 week off, I think your mental health is just going to tank, okay? And I understand some people are, mentally tough, mentally stronger than other people, so it may take a little bit longer for them to reach that point, but I think that's the best way to do it. And I think if you be strategic with that as well, I usually like doing it, the colder months, kind of like September to Christmas time. It gets dark, cold, gloomy, kind of depressing. That's when I think you can really put in the proper time and proper focus. Because for example, let's say you try to set yourself monk mode in the summer. It's warm, it's sunny, everyone's outside. It's a lot harder to stick to the monk mode and your goals and where you want to be, your focus, when it's really nice outside. People are doing more things, more social events, gatherings, on holiday, this, that, and the other. So just being strategic with it and make sure it's just another thing you don't have to worry about. Just nothing that can't, impact you or push you off course. Another thing, your environment, okay? In bigger cities, you got London, or in like places like Dubai, it's gonna be harder to stick to, the monk mode, because there's so many distractions around you. Things are going so fast, so many events, or you have even like a friends group that go out, constantly doing things. That makes it a lot harder than, let's say you're in a rural area of the countryside. It's just a lot easier to stay laser focused. You don't have all these other things distracting you. So make sure you think about that as well, your environment. It doesn't mean you can't stick to something if you're in like a bigger city like London or whatever. It's just going to be a little bit harder than for the people that are out the way from everything and can really laser focus. So bear that in mind. You want to bring some bit of strategy to this as well. And what I'd say is overall, don't overcomplicate monk mode, okay? It's a tool for you to get better and, you know, fast track the results you want. Don't overly stress yourself out about it. Set yourself, you know, maybe just like 3 or 4 of those things I said earlier, and then just do the best you can to stick to it. Try and cut outside distractions out. Give yourself a period of 4 to 6 weeks and then 1 week off to, you know, enjoy yourself or, you know, not go as hard. And then work it like that. And I think that's the best way to work it, guys. Don't overcomplicate this stuff. I hope this video's helped, and if you enjoyed it, why not watch another one? I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You got this.